Hello friends, you are watching Khan Educare. Now we are going to discuss about the modern theory of rent. Ricardian theory has been called as the classical theory of rent. The modern theory of rent is very important in economics. In the 19th century, economists associated rent to the land only. But later, Mrs. Joan Robinson extended the concept of rent to the different factors of production. You know very well the factors of production: land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurs. According to her, economic rent is not only applicable to the land only, but it also applicable to the land, labor, capital organization. Economic rent is the surplus earned by any factor over and above what is required to keep the factors in present employment. In other words, economic rent is the surplus that arises due to the difference between the actual earnings and the transfer earnings. Before going to discuss in deep the modern theory of rent, we have to understand the transfer earning. In this universe, each factors or production has varied uses. When we transfer one factor from one use to another, we had to sacrifice the income earned by it from its earlier use. Here, the sacrifice is very important. Sacrifice of earning is called transfer of earnings. Transfer earnings. In other words, transfer earning may be defined as the minimum price that must be paid to the factor to keep the factor to its present employment. It is same as opportunity cost. The concept of transfer earning in economics is introduced by Professor Benham. Benham stated that about the transfer of earning, the amount of money which any particular unit could earn in its best paid alternative use is sometimes called as transfer earnings. As similar idea given or developed by A.C. Pigou. Pigou is one of the well-known economists. According to Pigou, the transfer earning as that amount of money which any particular unit could come its best paid alternative use. Here we can give some examples to the here we can write a formula to the economic rent equal to actual earning minus transfer earning. Once again, we can clarify, that is the transfer earning is in economics is introduced by Professor Benham. According to Benham, the amount of money which any particular unit could earn in its best paid alternative use is sometimes called its transfer earnings. We can take an example to the transfer earning by the help of a numerical calculation. Transfer earnings, for example, we take a teacher salary. A teacher can get rupees 30,000 per month for college from teaching the student. Teaching the students. For the teacher, the best alternative for him is to open a private teaching center. His income from the private teaching will be 25,000. Thus, the transfer earnings are rupees 25,000 and economic rent is 5,000. It is the minus 25,000. Here, the economic rent of teacher is in the private teaching center 5,000. Before going to discuss in deeper about the modern theory of rent, first of all we had to understand why rent arises. It is one of the important questions to basic concept of economics. In real world, everything has its limited users and limited availability. Scarcity is one of the most important concepts in economics. So, scarce resources leads to the many economic problems. So now we discuss why rent arises. Rent arises due to scarcity of land, supply of other factors like labor, capital, etc. can also be scarce in relation to demand. Therefore, income earned by these factors in excess of their minimum income is called economic rent. There are 4 factors of production: land, labor, capital, and entrepreneur. Sometimes it also scarce in relation to its demand. That's why when demand is increases, its price or rent will be increased. Why rent arises? Rent arises due to scarcity of land, supply of other factors like labor, capital, etc. can also be discussed in relation to the demand. Therefore, income earned by these factors in excess of their minimum income is called economic rent. Economic rent is the most important concept in economics. The reason for arising of rent is we can classify it into two, that is the specific factors and non-specific factors. To our elaborative studies, we have to understand the specific factor and non-specific factor. So first we have to understand what is the specific factor and what is non-specific factor which affect the arising of rent. Specific factor specific factors refers to those factors which have only one use. Only one use. We can give example for the specific factors. That is a farm for growing wheat. Farm for growing wheat alone. Such factors have no mobility. No mobility. It is immovable. So these emergence of the specificity of the factor is the main cause of emergence of rent. The specificity is the main cause of the emergence of rent. It is so because specific factor cannot be put to any other use. So its opportunity cost is zero. Opportunity cost is zero. We put the zero here. In other words, its transfer earnings is zero. The factor which gives rise to rent is second one is non-specific factor. Non-specific factor. The name suggests its answers. It means the non-specific factor have mobility. It can be put in different uses or it can be put to different users. It has different users. That's why it is considered as the non-specific factors. So now we have to move to understand the determination of rent. In general, modern economists studied the determination of rent in two forms. Determination of rent, modern economists studied it into the two forms as one is the rent of land, and second one, that is general concept of rent. General concept of rent. Modern economists opined that rent arises due to the scarcity of land. The most important thing is that is scarcity. Scarcity of land means the demand for land exceeds its supply. In nature, land has scarcity, but sometimes it leads to the exceed demand. So here the rent will be determined at point where demand for land is equal to its supply. The rent will be determined at point where the demand for land and its supply equals. The factors of production will earn economic rent only when the supply is relatively inelastic in relation to its demand. In other words, factors of production earn rent because of its supply is scarce, that is, the less than perfectly elastic. If the supply of the factor is perfectly elastic, then its actual earning will be zero. If the supply of the factor is perfectly inelastic, then its transfer earning will be equal to zero. And hence the economic rent will be equal to its actual earnings. We already discussed the economic rent depends upon the elasticity of supply of factors of production. In this way, the following three cases arises depending upon the different elasticity: perfectly inelastic, perfectly elastic, and less than elastic or elastic. One by one, now we can understand the case number one, when the supply of the factor is perfectly elastic. When the supply of the factor is perfectly inelastic, in this case, the elasticity of the factor is equal to zero. It means that the factor cannot be transferred from its present employment, cannot be transferred from its present employment. In this way, the supply curve of the factor SS is the vertical line which we will discuss about more in this session. The supply curve of this factor is vertical and parallel to the OY axis as I have drawn here. It shows the OQ units of factors are supplied irrespective of its price. Given the demand curve, we have to draw a demand curve on this diagram. We have to give the demand curve name DD. Price of the factor is determined at the point where the intersection of demand curve and the supply curve, where it intersects demand and supply curve, the factors will receive the price equal to OP per unit, and the total earnings are equal to OPEQ, that is the total earnings is equal to OPEQ. Here we have to understand economic rent is the difference between the actual earnings, and economic rent is the difference between the actual earnings and the transfer earnings. Since the factors cannot be transferred from its present employment or present occupation, its transfer earnings are zero. Transfer earnings are zero. Therefore, economic rent is equal to the actual earnings. Here, economic rent is equal to its actual earnings. Here, the economic rent is equal to OPEQ, economic rent, OPEQ. Economic rent is equal to OPEQ minus 0. So, the economic rent is equal to OPEQ. We have a few examples of the factors whose supply is perfectly inelastic are the paintings, rare stamps, antique statues, etc. When the supply of the factor is perfectly elastic, in this case, perfectly elastic. Elasticity of supply of the factor is equal to infinity. That is the factor gets the equal price from all its alternative users. Thus, the supply curve of the factor SS. This is the supply curve of the factor SS is horizontal to the OX axis as shown in this figure. The situation arises due to the factors. A factor is not the factor is not in scarce. Factor is not in scarce. It means that if the price of the factor will reduce from OP per unit, then it will leave the current job and go for its alternative job. It means it has no scarce. In this way, the price is equal to OP per unit of its required for the factor to remain in the present employment. Therefore, transfer earnings are equal to OP. Transfer earnings is equal to OPEQ. Therefore, the transfer earnings are equal to actual earnings. Transfer earnings is equal to actual earning, that is OPEQ. Since economic rent is the difference between the actual earning and transfer earning. Hence, economic rent is equal to 0. That is, the economic rent is equal to actual earnings minus transfer earnings. Economic rent is equal to OPEQ minus OPEQ is equal to 0. It must be noted that from the point of view of industry, supply of factor cannot be perfectly elastic. However, from the point of individual firm, supply of individual firm, supply of factor can be perfectly elastic. We have few examples for of the factor whose supply is perfectly elastic are unskilled labor or workers, rickshaw pullers, etc. When the supply is less than perfectly elastic, less than perfectly elastic supply means that the transfer earnings of all the factors are not equal. Mrs. Joan Robinson used this concept of transfer earnings to explain the amount of rent earned by the factor units in a particular use. John Robinson defines transfer earnings as the price which is necessary to retain a given unit of factor in a certain industries. We can understand the less than perfectly elastic with the help of a table. This table shows that when demand for labor increases from 20, their transfer earnings and actual earnings are equal. The demand for labor is 20, the actual earnings and transfer earning for laborer is 20. It's mean equal. Therefore, the transfer earning and actual earning is equal. Therefore, rupees 20 is the minimum wage rate below which there will be no supply of labor. Now, if demand for labor increases to 20 to 35, but supply doesn't increase to the same ratio, then wage rate will rise. As a result, actual earning of labor will rise to 25, while transfer earning will remain same as 20 per labor. Similarly, if the demand for labor increases to 35 to 40, but supply doesn't rise, wage rate of laborer will further rise. Actual earnings will go up to rupees 30 per laborers. Thus, every labor will earn rent equal to rupees 10 in this case. In this case, elasticity of the factor is less than perfectly elastic. That is, elasticity of supply is less than perfectly elastic. Thus, The supply curve of the factor SS, the supply curve of the factor SS, we can draw a diagram to show the supply curve. The supply curve of the diagram SS here is the upward sloping, as I draw here, the upward sloping. The equilibrium price equal to OP and equilibrium quantity is OQ. Total earnings of the factors are OPEQ. Total earnings of the factor is OPEQ. Price, quantity. These total earnings can be split into two parts. It can be split into two parts. We have to take these for our reference, this type of bars for study purpose. This is the OY axis. Transfer earnings and economic rent. Transfer earnings and economic rent. Here the split part shows the transfer earnings and economic rent. Since supply curve shows the minimum amount that is required to keep the factor in its present employment, we already told about that. Therefore, the area under the supply curve gives transfer earnings. Thus, the area OSEQ shows the transfer earnings. Now, economic rent is the difference between the actual earnings and transfer earnings. The economic rent is the difference between the actual earnings and transfer earnings. So, actual economic rent is the difference between the actual earning and the transfer earning. Here, the economic rent is equal to OPEQ minus OSEQ. Economic rent is SEP. When we subtract from OPEQ minus OSEQ, we get SEP of economic rent. To the factors whose supply is inelastic are the chartered accountant, doctors, teachers, houses situated in a prime area, etc. From we discuss the rent modern rent theory. The above discussion, it claims that any factor whose supply is less than perfectly elastic, it earns economic rent. It can earn economic rent. The steeper the supply curve of the factor, the greater is its economic rent. If the supply curve is perfectly inelastic, then the actual earnings are equal to economic rent.